So the clock is ticking and I'm about to show you how we decorated our porch for fall and Thanksgiving in less than 1 hour. Keep watching! And if this is your first time here, my name is Marlene. Welcome to Marlene's How-Tos, my home and garden channel. As with anything else, preparation plays a big part in all of this. So what we did was to visit some of our local stores to pick out a few items for the season. And of course, I also went to my garden center to see what they had there for us. Now, these are some of the items that I used right here. You can see a wreath, a couple of signs, pillows, pumpkin, florals, sign, says welcome, and some mats. And of course, I also got some flowers here. I got some pansies, and you can see how pretty they are. And thankful and blessed, that sign, definitely brings in the whole feeling of Thanksgiving. And I also had Mr. and Mrs. Scarecrow. And there's my chrysanthemum in the back. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I did was to have my husband come in, and he blew all the leaves off to make sure it was nice and clean. And then I went in and I wiped the door off, all the dust that was there, any cobwebs that were there. Went in and had that taken care of. And then I went ahead and I put my wreath on. If you've been watching my previous autumn videos, you'll remember that I did make this myself. We'll take a look at some of the details further in the video. So we're good to go there. And you can also purchase one if you like, online. And over here, this is our welcome sign. This was for $5 at the dollar store, and I just love how it looks. And I always place my stands at the back because they're taller, so you put them to the back first and then move forward. Just has that wonderful vintage look. Next thing was to place our mat, the plaid one. This one is for $9.99. I got it at Walmart in the spring, and it's being used again. And we have our choir pumpkin patch mat, and this one was from Ross for $5.99. Next, I'm placing in this little stool that I got. This was from a dollar store for $5. And this beautiful vintage lantern that I had here. This was actually a thrifted item, which just pleases me so much. $2.99. And it has that nice old world farmhouse style that I was definitely going for in my decorations here. And just to pause for a moment and say, if you do like gardening and flowers, you like tips and topics on that, be sure to hit the subscribe button and tap on the notification bell so you'll never miss an upload. We have some great things coming up for you for the holiday season. Next thing I did was to place my scarecrow, and this is Mr. Scarecrow. And this one was for $7.98 at Walmart. And of course, these items are going to be used over and over again. And I stuck it right there next to the stool to make sure that, if any wind comes through, it's still going to hold up. So I think it looks pretty good there. And here I have my pansies. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I absolutely love pansies. They're such troopers. They hold up so well in the colder weather. So this is going to even go beyond Thanksgiving and last through the winter and well into spring. And they're going to spread out. And then next over here, I got these florals. I just put them in some soil that was in this pot that I put in my planter. And I think it gives it a nice pop of color. I put 3 of them in there, and that was enough to fill it out. And they have this gorgeous, beautiful color showing here for the season. Very, very good for that. And then next, I got this sign right here, $1.25. But what I did was to get some of the clear paint that you have in the spray cans and just spray it over it, and that way it holds up better. So let's say some rain blows in or whatever, it's going to hold up and not start to puff up and get discolored. So that holds it together much better. And these are some twigs that I got from the trees in our backyard. They fell, and of course I grabbed them because I thought it gave it that nice autumny feeling, like some of the leaves are falling off, and I stuck them in there. Next was our little pumpkin right here for $4.98. And for this one, we don't carve them because we don't do the jack-o'-lantern. We just have it there. So it's going to last well into Thanksgiving for us. Then we got the thankful and blessed sign. And this was actually from the dollar store as well, $1.25. And I think it definitely is a nod to the whole Thanksgiving season. And it works well for the entire fall season. So that came in pretty handy there. Next, we have Mrs. Scarecrow. We're going to go ahead and put her over here. And I thought it was maybe a little too close when I look back at it. So later in the video, you'll see where I give it a little bit of space between them so it looks a little more, not as tightly packed. And then the next thing was to just place my little vase right there with a little snippet from one of the florals. add that pop of color on top of the table right next to the lantern. And I think it looks really, really nice. And over here, I put my little sign on and treated it the same way with the same clear spray paint to help it to hold up. And then coming over to the side here, this is my chrysanthemum, and I've had this for quite a few years. And I'll link my video at the end, and you'll see, the tips as how to get your chrysanthemums to last well past autumn and to come back year after year. And of course, I have my 2 scarecrows in there. And at this point, we are like 45 minutes in. So I'm placing my pillows right here, and these I got them at Walmart. Very, very seasonal. Pumpkin patch open daily. And then what I did was to put my scarf in. Of course, you can always use a blanket, just something to help to pop those colors for the season. And so if you wanted something larger than a blanket, would definitely be a good idea there. You leave me your comments as to what you think of how it's looking so far. And now the clock is ticking, so it's time for the reveal. Okay. So here we have it, guys, and I think it looks really, really seasonal, very fall-like, very Thanksgiving-like, with all the different colors and the things that represent the season. And the wreath up here, I made it myself, like I was saying, just some dollar store picks and from Walmart as well. And the thank you sign looks really nice and snug in the corner right there. And there they are fitting together with the colors. And I'd love to see your comments. What's your favorite item in all of what you're seeing here at this point? And it just goes to show you guys that you can shop at home, just reuse what you have. Because some of these things I got them from before, and I'm putting everything together. And they'll be used year after year. As long as they hold up and they're in good shape, then they definitely will. And like I was saying, these are just picks from the dollar store. The letter C, we spray painted that over from Walmart. It was clear in color, and we just sprayed it over with that white color, so it looks really nice. And then you see our mat right there, and putting the coir mat on top helps to keep the one below clean, so it's a nice match. I like, how it looks that way there. Because I did get asked, how does it keep clean? But once you step in, you're stepping on the coir, so that keeps it clean. And then over here now we have the twigs, and you can see how it comes together very nicely right there, and I just love how it looks. Farm fresh pumpkins, 25 cents per pound. You can let me know if this is inspiring you, to decorate your place for Thanksgiving if you didn't do it as yet. We have hay rides, it says, apple picking, bonfires, raking leaves, corn maze, and pumpkin patch. All a part of this wonderful season that we call fall. So we're going to take a look over to the side now and see what we have over there. And this will be our 2 guys right here. And the large one was for $1.25, the smaller one for 97 cents. I think I probably could have gotten 2 large ones, but it still works pretty well. I like it, and I think it works out really, really well there. And over there we have a nice cozy place to sit and have a nice warm cup of apple cider or some hot chocolate or something like that. So be sure to check out my autumn playlist, and also share this video out with anyone you think it can help. I hope you'll have a wonderful Thanksgiving, a wonderful rest of the fall season, and I do hope to see you in the next video. Take care.